scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Winston connecting with Howard. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up second down. Draw play, it's Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Third and long for Winston. He's got Evans. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down. From the 17, Winston. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Winston now. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Check.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Now he's going to let it go. And got his man. Complete. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. First down now, but that clock rolling.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me...
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From a yard out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Play fake. Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Out to his left. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Set. 10-2 stop. Clear.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 37.
Here is Eckler. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston looking sideline, incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 and a first. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback He had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run, and you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley. Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
60 out, Law.
They run it again with Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shoot, watch the shoot.
Now a give running left is Breida. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give coming right is Breida. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there.
Let's go. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Delayed game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Get him. Get him. Get him. Check, 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 check.
80 weapon. Ready to go. 5.
Off the play fake. Lawrence nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
Down. 8, read.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still 2nd
Come
down.
on, set. 10 logo.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Protein spill.
Safe, safe, safe.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in
Delay of
time.
game, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 2nd down.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Offense.
So they'll walk him back half the distance.
Still second down.
Here we go. Set. 30 base. Screen. Back to screen.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
Offense.
So that's going to push him back half the distance.
Still second down.
Set. 18 Gator.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Offense.
So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line.
Still second down.
Set. 60 or. You remember me? Let's go, baby. General West. Watch twist.
Now a give to Breida. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Back to throw. Lawrence completes it to the tight end, Kittle. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Delay of game. Offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still fourth down.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
Game, offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Good open field tackling there, a 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm going to hit you all.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Throwing, Winston. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want, it's just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A big play there out of Cook. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Delay of game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston going down the middle, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. And this is caught at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Eckler looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Jameis to throw it. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? In the West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down. I mean, they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved...
And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the carry, it's Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. The Niners on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. Cook. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get off the field.
Now Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. And no, it's incomplete. Free safety, Clinton Dix, the man to make the play there on the defensive side. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And Gould is able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Winston readies the offense. Down by 12. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check 3, check 3.
Jameis now on first down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. To throw again on second down. Winston. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there. First down. To throw, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Throwing again on second down. Winston. That's caught by Howard. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kendrick Bourne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra. Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over. They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice. And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half. So for San Francisco, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.